What if I told you that some of the most powerful superfoods on Earth are hiding in the mountains of South America, and you've probably never eaten most of them? Yeah, while the world's chasing trendy powders and overpriced supplements, the people of the Andes have been thriving for centuries with simple, nutrient-packed legumes that the modern world has almost completely ignored. That's not just crazy, it's a missed opportunity. Now here's the kicker. These ancient legumes don't just nourish the body, they revive it. We're talking about improved digestion, better heart health, stable energy, mental clarity, and even weight loss, all from foods that grow naturally, without a single label claiming low-carb or fat-free. It's a truth most people don't hear. Real healing doesn't come from fancy packaging. It comes from what ancient people already knew and lived by. So if you're tired of feeling sluggish, bloated, or like you're constantly fighting your body, this video might just flip the switch for you. Because by the end of it, you won't just know the names of these powerful legumes. You'll know how to use them to change your life, starting with your next meal. Ready to discover what your body's been missing? Lupin beans. There's a reason ancient Andean civilizations held lupin beans in such high regard. Packed with protein, fiber, and powerful antioxidants, these small but mighty beans were once considered a sacred food. Lupin beans have the kind of nutrient profile that turns heads, high in calcium, magnesium, and potassium. They help regulate blood sugar levels, making them a smart choice for people looking to prevent or manage diabetes. You won't hear this in most modern diets, but bringing lupin back to the table could change the way you eat. Now, what makes lupin beans so unique isn't just the nutrients. They're also brilliant for gut health. Their high prebiotic fiber content feeds your good gut bacteria, helping to reduce inflammation and boost digestion naturally. That means less bloating, better mood, and even improved immunity. For anyone battling chronic fatigue or digestive sluggishness, adding lupin to soups, salads, or even using lupin flour in baked goods could bring noticeable changes within a few weeks. The beauty of lupin is that it's versatile. Picture this: a warm quinoa lupin bowl with sautéed veggies and olive oil, or even crunchy roasted lupin as a healthy snack alternative to chips. These little legumes are low in carbs and high in satiety, making you feel fuller longer. And for those chasing that leaner, cleaner diet, they're a dream come true. From the Incan warriors to your plate today, lupin beans prove that real nutrition doesn't have to come from a package or a powder. Speaking of warriors, another forgotten treasure from the Andes is quietly making a comeback. Tarwi, chocho beans. Tarwi, also called chocho beans, might just be the Andes' best-kept secret. Grown in the high altitudes of Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador, this ancient legume carries a nutritional punch that's almost hard to believe. With more protein than most legumes, sometimes even more than quinoa, tarwi supports muscle growth, satiety, and sustained energy. And guess what? It's got omega-3s, which are a game-changer for brain health and heart protection. It's no wonder the Incas treated it like gold. But here's the twist. Tarwi isn't just nutritious, it's also medicinal. Studies show that consuming tarwi regularly can help lower cholesterol levels and even reduce high blood pressure. It works almost like a natural regulator in the body. Plus, it's naturally gluten-free, so it's a fantastic option for people with gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. You can cook it like regular beans, but also blend it into dips, spreads, and even protein-packed smoothies. Yes, smoothies. Think creamy texture with a nutty touch. Now, imagine having a bowl of tarwi with avocado, tomato, a squeeze of lime, and a sprinkle of sea salt. Pure energy and vitality in every bite. You can also toss it into salads or use tarwi flour for pancakes and veggie burgers. The Andean people have known this for centuries, but now, modern science is catching up. And if tarwi blew your mind, wait until you hear about the next legume, one you probably have heard of, but never truly appreciated. Fava beans, Andean broad beans. Fava beans have been cultivated for thousands of years, but the ones grown in the Andes? There's something else entirely. These broad beans thrive in harsh mountain climates, developing a richer nutrient profile as a result. They're loaded with iron, folate, and manganese, nutrients that boost red blood cell production and brain function. In fact, fava beans are often recommended for people struggling with anemia or low energy. If you constantly feel tired, they might be your secret weapon. Beyond their nutritional profile, fava beans are also known for containing L-dopa, a natural compound that helps stimulate dopamine production in the brain. That's the same stuff used to treat Parkinson's disease. So yes, these humble beans are not only brain food, they're mood boosters too. And because they're rich in fiber, they also support stable blood sugar levels and promote a feeling of fullness that lasts for hours. A simple dish of fava beans with garlic and olive oil can be both a comfort meal and a healing experience. The Andean way to prepare fava beans often includes fresh herbs, lemon juice, and a touch of spicy ricotta pepper. You can boil and peel them, then toss into grain bowls, or mash them into a dip like you would hummus. They even work beautifully in soups and stews. Whether you're eating for energy, focus, or just a little more joy in your day, fava beans deliver. But now, let's talk about a so-called pseudo-legume that's taken the world by storm, yet most people still don't use it right. Quinoa, the sacred pseudo-legume. You've probably heard of quinoa, but did you know it's technically not a grain, or even a true legume? It's a pseudo-legume, yet it behaves like both. And here's the kicker. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein, something rarely found in plant foods. That alone should raise eyebrows. In the high altitudes of the Andes, where quinoa has been grown for over 5,000 years, it was once called the mother of all grains, and for good reason. Quinoa's magic doesn't stop at protein. It's also high in magnesium, zinc, iron, and B vitamins, essential for energy production, brain clarity, and even better sleep. People often look for expensive supplements to feel better, when just one bowl of quinoa a day could already make a world of difference. And it's so easy to prepare. Just rinse, boil, and fluff. Add it to salads, soups, or eat it plain with a drizzle of olive oil and herbs. It's that versatile and that powerful. What's more, quinoa is anti-inflammatory and gluten-free, which makes it perfect for people with gut issues, autoimmune disorders, or even those just trying to lose weight naturally. And did you know that quinoa also comes in black, red, and white varieties, each with its own antioxidant profile? Mix them up and you're not just eating, you're upgrading your life. But wait until you meet the next Andean gem, a humble vegetable that looks small but carries centuries of healing in every pod. Andean peas, heirloom mountain varieties. Most people think of peas as those tiny green balls in frozen bags, but Andean peas are in a league of their own. Grown in high-altitude terraces, these heirloom varieties have adapted to intense weather, making them incredibly dense in nutrients. Rich in plant-based protein, vitamin K, and B-complex vitamins, these peas do more than just fill your plate. They fortify your body from the inside out. In the Andes, they're seen not just as food, but as vital sustenance for strength and survival. These peas are also excellent for heart health. Thanks to their high levels of soluble fiber, they help reduce bad cholesterol and keep blood sugar stable. And here's a fun fact. Unlike some other legumes, Andean peas are easier to digest. Less bloating, more energy, and better nutrient absorption. You can use them in a hearty soup, toss them into a warm quinoa salad, or mash them into spreads. They pair beautifully with earthy spices like cumin, turmeric, and even Andean herbs like huacate. What really makes them stand out is their subtle sweetness and nutty flavor, which is hard to find in commercial varieties. In the Andes, it's not uncommon to find families cooking big pots of pea stew with potatoes, garlic, and fresh mint on chilly evenings. It's food that hugs your soul and nourishes your body. And speaking of foods that fuel both energy and emotion, the next legume has been quietly saving lives for generations. Andean lentils, the resilient protein source. Lentils might be familiar to you, but Andean lentils are something else entirely. These mountain-grown varieties are darker, denser, and richer in nutrients than the ones you usually find in grocery store aisles. Packed with iron, folate, phosphorus, and slow-digesting carbs, they deliver long-lasting energy without the crash. It's no wonder Andean farmers rely on them during long working days in harsh terrain. They're nature's version of steady fuel, no coffee required. But the beauty of lentils goes beyond energy. These legumes are a gift for anyone dealing with inflammation, heart issues, or blood sugar imbalance. Thanks to their low glycemic index and high fiber content, Andean lentils help stabilize insulin and prevent spikes, making them ideal for people with type 2 diabetes or those trying to lose weight. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, you're looking at one of the most affordable and complete plant proteins you can get your hands on. They cook quickly, don't need soaking, and blend into just about anything. Try a warm lentil stew with garlic, sweet potatoes, and fresh cilantro, or sprinkle cooked lentils on top of your salad with olive oil and lemon for an energizing lunch. Some Andean families even mix lentils into rice for an extra protein kick. It's the kind of food that doesn't just fill you up, it lifts you up. And now, let's close this lineup with one of the rarest and most underrated legumes you've probably never even heard of: ahipa, Andean yam bean. Now here's a wild card. Ahipa, also known as the Andean yam bean. You won't find this crisp, juicy legume at your local market, but in the mountain valleys of South America, it's a well-loved staple. Ahipa is like a mix between a turnip and an apple, with a subtle sweetness that makes it perfect for raw snacking. But don't be fooled by the taste. It's incredibly rich in fiber, vitamin C, and essential minerals like potassium and calcium, giving it a hidden medicinal edge. What makes ahipa so fascinating is its low-calorie, high hydration profile. People looking to lose weight or stay full longer without overeating will find this root-like legume to be a dream food. It supports gut health, reduces cravings, and boosts hydration, especially helpful in hot climates or after intense physical activity. Just peel it, slice it, and enjoy it raw like you would jicama, or toss it into salads for an extra crunch that supports your digestion and energy. Even better, ahipa is known for its resistant starch, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria and helps control blood sugar levels. Talk about food that works over time. You can mix it with lime juice, chili powder, or even a drizzle of honey for a unique Andean snack. It's not just a quirky veggie. It's living proof that the Andes still hold treasures we've barely scratched the surface of. And if these legumes caught your attention, wait until you see how they all tie into a bigger, life-changing truth. Now that you've discovered these 7 powerful legumes from the Andes, let me ask you something. How many of them have actually made it to your kitchen? Because knowing about them is just the beginning. Real change happens when you take action. Imagine how your body could feel 30 days from now if you started incorporating even one of these ancient foods into your meals. More energy, clearer skin, better digestion, stronger focus, it's all on the table. Literally. So here's the challenge. Which one will you try first? Will it be the creamy tarwi dip, a warm fava bean stew, or maybe a crunchy ahipa snack with lime and sea salt? Start with just one. Test it. Feel the difference. Then come back here and tell me in the comments what changed for you, because I want to hear your story, your wins, and your journey. And of course, if this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. This is just the beginning. There's a whole world of ancient, life-changing foods we'll explore together, and your health deserves every bit of it. Now that you've discovered these 7 powerful legumes from the Andes, let me ask you something. How many of them have actually made it to your kitchen? Because knowing about them is just the beginning. Real change happens when you take action. Imagine how your body could feel 30 days from now if you started incorporating even one of these ancient foods into your meals. More energy, clearer skin, better digestion, stronger focus, it's all on the table. Literally. So here's the challenge. Which one will you try first? Will it be the creamy tarwi dip, a warm fava bean stew, or maybe a crunchy ahipa snack with lime and sea salt? Start with just one. Test it. Feel the difference. Then come back here and tell me in the comments what changed for you, because I want to hear your story, your wins, and your journey. And of course, if this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. This is just the beginning. There's a whole world of ancient, life-changing foods we'll explore together, and your health deserves every bit of it.